So hopefully you have your poster done. So let's move on to the social media template. I'm going to walk you through the process once again. So you want to make sure you go into Google Docs, then you go File, New, Drawing. Now this template is a different size. Okay, so we'll go File, Page Setup. Now we'll click on Custom again. Now this is actually 8.5 by 11, which is a standard letter size piece of paper. So I'm going to type that in, 8 by 11. And now you'll see it comes out wide, okay, just like the template. So let's grab that template, upload. I'll go to my folder where I have everything. Here's the social template. Open that up, and boom, just about fits in there. Now, if you want, you can sit there and drag it a little bit more and get it all perfect. Doesn't matter if it's bleeding off the top or the bottom. You're good to go. Okay, so now you have your template. So in order to work on it now, you're going to start importing the images that you've created. So we'll do that again. And once again, you're just going to, hopefully you can't edit out the green screen or any of that type of thing. So you got to really plan your shots out when you're doing this in your room, outside, anywhere it's going to match the theme of your um, topic that you've chosen. So we'll go in here and let's take a look and grab this picture here. That's the picture of me yelling. So we're going to make this kind of fit in here. Now, you have some options in order to do that. So you can stretch it a little bit, but you can also crop, and that's a big thing you're going to want to do. So you can drag the top, and you can even see, which is really cool, shows you where it's going to end up. So that's the bottom, or I'm sorry, that's the top of the image. And see how you can drag so you know exactly where you're going to go. So now that that's done, I just double clicked on it, and now my image fits. Okay. Once again, you grab your text tool and you draw over. I just like drawing over on the side. Let's actually do it over here. Okay. And we'll type our saying again. Don't be bullied. Okay. So we'll take this and we can start to figure out how we want to do this. Okay. So once again, just like you would in your poster, go in, pick a cool color. Say you want to pick this, bold, and go bigger with it. Now, obviously, this is kind of bleeding over the hand a little. It's not terrible, but don't forget this background that makes it really hard to see. So why don't we bring this back a little? Okay. So that's not too bad. Okay. Once again, we're going to want to pick a shape to put this behind. We'll just kind of draw this right over top. And then don't forget, we can right click, change that order, send it to the back. Oh, I'm sorry. We don't want to send it to the back. We should send it backward because if we went to the back, it would go behind the image. So I'm going to go order, send backward. And then there you go. So there's your first social media post. Then you can put the Safe to Say logo in there. So we can pick that real quick. Now this isn't really probably the one I would use because there's a lot going on here. But you know what? Why not get a little creative? Let's crop. Let's just say we're promoting the mobile app because we're online right now. Okay, so we can crop this, move this over here. Whoops. Sometimes you gotta be careful. A lot of stuff going on here. But let's do that one more time. Get that logo back. Put this over here. Go to crop. And then you can take just this piece of what you want. We'll do the mobile app. Okay, now that it's done, double click. And then you can resize it. So that would be kind of neat. Put that right down here. And then you can promote the mobile app. Okay, now obviously it spent a lot more time tweaking everything, getting it all to fit right, make it all look pretty, but just for the purpose of trying to get you through this project quick, or through this tutorial, I'm just kind of like doing a rough idea of what we're doing here. So then up next, you would just keep doing the same exact thing. You know, upload that picture again, same picture of me, put that up. And now we can let's just go a little smaller with it. I think we know, I have a fairly good idea where we want to put this stuff. So we'll go back to that crop tool. Like I said, it's nice because you can see what's being cropped and what's not, you know, right up to that line. And once again, you know, I don't mind having a little bit of the hair taken off or a little bit off the top of the head. Okay. And then just keep dragging that a bit until it fits. Okay. So for me, that's fine. Okay. Now it's funny, you can actually right click on this and then you can actually copy it and then right click again and then you have it again. So it's not like you're sitting there having to redo it every single time. Okay. And then once again, you can do the same exact thing here. Right click, you can copy this, get that text box again. Now, like I said, you can see it might be a little bit hard to put all that text in there, but you could just as easily put it here and shrink it down. Okay. You know, it's not actually that bad if you kind of float that in there. You know, like I said before, if it's over the hand a little bit, it's not too bad, but shrink that down. Just shrink that text down a bit. So that works, you know, and once again, we would put the box behind it. And maybe, you know, just a regular old rectangle. Probably not in this case. Maybe you could do, you know what would be interesting? You could actually go in and maybe do something like an arrow, like I was showing before with the poster. You can make it all fit in here and then have it point towards the mobile app. And then you could take your text and make it fit inside. So it takes, you know, it's going to take a little bit of time to get everything to fit properly. But you could do it, you know, you just got to take your time, get everything to fit right. You know what I mean? And then there you go. Don't forget, these images wouldn't obviously fit up here. So now I have to start thinking about, well, how am I going to fix that? And real quick too, if I bled over a little bit, you can't see those nice black lines, you could go here, go to format options, you know, change the position. There's recoloring. There's a lot of good stuff in here. You can change the transparency. You can put a drop shadow behind it. I know you could just draw a simple shape. You could just put a empty black box right around it. Okay, so there's a lot of different things that you could do too to make that, or just resize it like so to make it, you know, you can sit there with your arrows and make it fit properly. Okay, so not too big a deal. But now I want to put the image here. So I want to try to find something else. Now don't forget, I took that other photo of that wide shot of me because I knew I was going to need that, because I knew it wasn't going to fit. So let's try that up here. Okay. Okay. Now you can see it's going to take some work. So let's hit that crop button. Once again, don't care if it, you know, crops the face. Does not necessarily matter. Okay, that's right to the edge. Now, like I said, it might be, you know, a little bit of a playing game here. Now, I don't even need to have my eyes. It's just be me pointing, you know, being angry. Okay. And then once again, you could drag your text over and make it fit and make it work. But you really do need to plan ahead with these funky sizes and formats. You can take a couple different images. The last thing you want to do is use that one image and stretch it and distort it. It's just not going to look right. It's not going to look professional. So make sure you go in, have a game plan, know what you're going to do, and then when you're done, just like before, download, save it as a JPEG, and then upload it to Schoology.